Have you ever felt that you've been waiting for the one, but nothing has happened in the meantime? A lonely woman may exhibit some of these 10 telltale signals that she is ready for a loving relationship. We take love for granted until we remember the last time we felt a genuine connection to another person. Long periods without love can have a devastating effect on a person. Oftentimes, the symptoms can be subtle for women, hiding a more profound desire for connection, affection, and intimacy. This video will discuss 10 indicators that she has been single for an excessive amount of time. Although these symptoms may not always be readily apparent, they do provide precise indications of the influence that her lack of love has on her emotions and actions. Shall we begin? When a woman has been heartbroken for a long time, her emotional guard is up. People often put up emotional barriers as a defense mechanism after suffering from a lack of affection or previous heartbreak. She may be guarded about letting people in for fear of reliving past hurts. Due to her reserved nature, she may struggle to form meaningful connections with others. Despite her deep need for intimacy, she may come across as cold and uncaring. This is her way of protecting herself from danger, but also shows that she has been lonely for a long time. Apathy or detachment is another symptom of emotional stress. If she doesn't seem enthusiastic about the prospect of a relationship, it may not be due to a lack of romantic interest, but rather a loss of hope. The longer she goes without affection, the colder she may grow against the thought of a romantic relationship. Whenever the subject of love or relationships arises, she can act emotionally distant and shut down. Feelings of emotional unfulfillment and disappointment lead to this disconnection, which helps her deal with the pain of not having the love she desires. Women who lack romantic love often try to make up for it by focusing intensely on their work or interests. For many, getting too involved in a relationship is a coping mechanism for dealing with the loneliness and heartache that comes from being alone. She may seek approval and satisfaction from her career or hobbies when she has no one to share the small moments of her life with. Pursuing professional and personal development is commendable, but her behaviors may mask a more profound need for love. Instead of facing the anguish of loneliness, she concentrates on her career. After being single for a long time, a woman may unwittingly hurt herself in relationships she gets into. As a result, she may end up excluding friendly individuals or putting roadblocks in the development path. Many people act in this way because they are terrified of hurting themselves again. Picking fights, being too critical, or having unreasonable expectations are all ways that one can destroy oneself. Because she may be afraid of being emotionally dependent or vulnerable, these acts can keep her from getting the affection she deserves. Establishing and maintaining trust is crucial to the success of any relationship. But if she's been heartbroken for a while, she can be wary of letting someone inside her heart. She may put up barriers to protect herself from further hurt, whether due to prior betrayals or a general lack of genuine connection. Without love, she may hesitate to open up and even question genuine love's existence. After being heartbroken for so long, she may be hesitant to open up and trust again. As time passes, she may stress her autonomy more than before. Maybe she'll say she's great on her own and that no one is necessary. While being self-reliant is admirable in theory, a too independent person may have spent too much time alone to develop social skills other than those she has learned to rely on herself. This may be her way of protecting herself from the emotional anguish of dependent on another person. She's terrified that she'll need someone and then be abandoned again. But if she does, she risks alienating the people who may love and support her while she recovers. Although taking care of oneself is essential for mental health, a woman's excessive inward focus may indicate a more severe case of loneliness. Overindulging in self-care rituals, such as spa days, workouts, or self-improvement practices, may be her way of compensating for a prolonged period of the unloved company. While prioritizing self-care is critical, doing so can obscure the need for human connection. She might attempt to persuade herself that she is self-sufficient. Still, secretly, she longs for the closeness and emotional investment that can only be found in a committed relationship. After a lengthy period of being unloved, a woman may have unrealistic expectations of romantic relationships. She could give up on love entirely, or settle for shallow relationships that don't provide the emotional depth she seeks. When she believes that she will always be alone, or that genuine love is impossible to find, she may experience this. She might no longer have faith in love and miss out on real chances for romance. A chronic absence of affection might develop a feeling of hopelessness in relational matters. She may have been too lonely if she couldn't help but fantasize about her former relationships. She may have a romanticized view of them, focusing on the pleasant times and ignoring the reasons they ended in failure. She uses this action as a defense against her feelings of isolation by clinging to memories of a love she experienced in the past. A woman may miss out on the love waiting for her because she is too preoccupied with an ending relationship. Lastly, behind the surface, she may yearn for a connection on multiple emotional, physical, and intellectual levels. The lack of affection isn't indicative of a lack of desire for closeness, but rather an inability to articulate her feelings for someone. This longing could manifest subtly, like a touch, an elongated gaze, or her more introspective interactions with others. Beyond superficial exchanges, a deep connection may be what she genuinely desires. She may long for someone to see her for who she really is. The more she goes without affection, the more difficult it is to communicate her desire. The longer it feels like a pipe dream. In conclusion, love is essential to our mental and emotional well-being, not merely a benefit. There are numerous ways in which a woman's protracted period of loneliness manifests itself. If we know how to recognize them, we can see the warning signs, which might manifest as emotional guardedness, indifference, or a secret longing for closeness. Be understanding and patient if you or someone you care about exhibits these symptoms. Sometimes, all it takes to help her open up again is the love and support of people around her, even though love itself may heal wounds. Love is worth the wait. You deserve it more than anyone else. That much is certain.